Strap down, make sure your cinch is tight. Horse is kinda snuffy, cold chill up your spine. You'll get your ass moving, son, we're burning daylight.
Howdy there, I'm Matt McKinley and we're burning daylight.
In the saddle till the job's done right.
Welcome to Burning Daylight, the only podcast for the working cowboy. Well, howdy there, daylight burners. Happy Monday. Happy Independence Day. I hope all of your fingers are still intact and the patriotic spirit is still alive. It's been a weird year. It's been a weird couple years, and America doesn't feel like America so much anymore sometimes, and I don't know what to do about all that, but I think, in spite of everything, I still love this damn country quite a little bit. I think there's something really, really special about the good old U.S. of A. And I don't think you can find a better country given this point in time throughout history. I don't know if you find a better example of just trying to let people do their own damn thing. There's some stuff I don't care about what we do here, or I don't care for. But all in all, it's a pretty damn good place to live. So, cheers. Enjoy the day. This will be a pretty quick one, because I don't know what to talk about. I normally read the Declaration of Independence, and I read it this morning while I was on the shitter, because it's a good enough place to do it. But I don't know. It seems like I've done it 3 years. I did it 3 years in a row, I think, for Independence Day. Maybe it was 3 years in a row, and I don't know. I just if you want to, maybe I'll repost it. But I don't know if you want to go listen to the Declaration of Independence as read by yours truly. You can find it. It's usually under Independence Day extravaganza or whatever. I typically avoid saying 4th of July just because Independence Day means a lot more in the grand scheme of things. I guess my wife is texting me. Salsa and chips is what I'm requesting from the store. Anyhow, it's been a weird year, and a lot of people. I saw a poll that said like 38% of people are not proud to be American. I didn't read into it. I just saw the headline, so I don't know. I don't trust polling all that much, anyways. But I do know that there has been a somewhat of a decreased love for the United States of America here lately. And it's unfortunate, but also I think we've kind of brought it upon ourselves. We got a little lazy, a little complacent, a little too comfortable, and it's shit like that happens. And I don't know. I don't know where we go from here, but I do love. This is probably my favorite holiday of the year is Independence Day because I love Christmas and everything. That's a very expensive holiday. I know it's not, the spirit of it's not meant to be, but that's a very expensive holiday. I like it, but I'm kind of a warm weather guy. You can see with the stash, I got the little bit of a Mexican influence, so I handle the heat pretty well. I don't handle humidity very well, but heat I do pretty decent. Cold, I'm not a huge fan of. So, but I'm a little bit of a pyromaniac. I like fire. I like guns. I like shit that explodes. And I was kind of that last generation that we've seen that was able to grow up with relatively unrestricted use of fireworks from a fairly young age. I can remember blowing up bullfrogs, and I guess they weren't really bullfrogs. They were toads, big fat toads, and prairie dog holes and ant dens and old sinks. So it blew up a cast iron sink. That wasn't really fireworks. That was a gunpowder bomb. But anyhow, I've always enjoyed Independence Day. I've always enjoyed the spirit behind it. I really truly appreciate to this day the absolute just middle finger thrown to Great Britain. The king is just like, fuck off. We're not part of you anymore. You don't represent us. We don't get a representative. You take our money without us even having a say in it, and fuck off. No, this has gone too far. I've been reading Common Sense by Thomas Paine too, which is kind of the main pamphlet that was distributed to gin up that spirit of independence back in the late 1700s, 1773 and onward, I think. But anyway, he one of the quotes, and this is really kind of how you could sum up my view on politics in general, or just governance. He puts it perfectly. He says, government in its best case is a necessary evil, but in its worst form is an unbearable tyranny. And I believe that 100%. I do believe there's got to be some sort of government, or there always will be. People will form some sort of government. But I think at the best case scenario, that's just something you have to do. But it also is something you have to watch very carefully, or it just turns into an unbearable tyranny, like he says, which we're fastly approaching. And one thing that it still reminds me that we're the best goddamn country on the face of the planet. Still, even today, through all this bullshit, if you look up just to our north and just to our south. In the north, you have a giant fucking frog, half-Cuban pussy wielding the force of the Royal Mounted Canadian Police and the government and the banks and everything to just rule with an iron fist in the name of essentially pussy politics. He has basically outlawed handguns, and there's the whole vaccine passport system, and that's right there on our northern border. And then on our southern border, we have what essentially is the Mexican mafia. And I don't mean that it's the official designation. No, but we got a number of cartels that run that entire country. So, but essentially that's just the same as the mafia families. You have the Sinaloa and you have the whatever cartels, but they're all the same thing. It's an organized crime racket. And while Mexico has a government, they have a military and all that, it's the cartels that really run shit down there, which in a way is not unlike what we have here. Our government just disguises it a little bit better, but I mean, it's they arrested one of the big cartel guys down there, and then the cartel surrounded the Mexican military and like said, "Let him go, or you're gone." And so they did. The Mexican military just got stood down by the cartel. So at least we don't have that. We have, I would say cheap beer, but I mean, it's still relatively cheap. It's not expensive yet. But we got cheap beer. We got relatively cheap food. It's getting more expensive all the time. And for the most part, we've got plentiful food for now. We've got electricity everywhere. And we got running water. We got clean running water. We take a shit in water that is clean enough to drink, as opposed to a lot of the rest of the world. And that's something to be very, very thankful for. Very, very grateful. And when they talk about privileged, like we are the most privileged country on earth. Even all the shrieking idiots out there that claiming about disparity and minority problems, there's some of that. There is, very much is some hardship here. But our hardship is like a middle-class life around most of the world, or an upper-class life. We are true, back in the Occupy Wall Street days, they talked about the 99% versus the 1%. Well, we are by leaps and bounds the 1% when compared to the rest of the world here in the United States. Even like the poorest motherfuckers in Baltimore or Chicago or in Appalachia or some trailer park in Middle America, the poorest people there, the homeless, have cell phones and drugs, whereas like the poorest people in Afghanistan are trying to find food and water, or in Africa, same way. So like we are definitely in the top 1% of the world, and we should trying to acknowledge that and come to realization that what we have here is pretty fucking cool, and remember that from time to time when we get to bitching about how shitty life is. Like it's really not that shitty, but we could always make it better, and we should always strive to do so. And by better, I mean give everybody a little bit more freedom, a little more liberty, and that's what this country is built on from the get-go. The people that started it definitely had some flaws. Were they perfect? Absolutely not. But were they wise beyond their times? They definitely were. Should they be treated as demigods? No, I don't think so. But I think we should respect the thought and planning and like taking into account that to preserve liberty and actually going through the fight to have liberty, like that is something to be admired and respected and remembered, and especially on a day like today, where while they actually voted to pursue independence on July 2nd, they actually signed the Declaration of Independence on July 4th, 1776. Essentially putting their names on paper that should this cause of liberty be not come to fruition, every name on that piece of paper would be headed to the gallows, and they would die a traitor's death at the hands of the King of England for the British crown. So it was a very significant day, and luckily for us and everybody here in the good old US of A, they won. They beat back the greatest military in the world at the time, Navy as well. And did they beat them into submission? A couple different generals, but more than anything, we made it too expensive for England to keep fighting France and us at the same time on two different continents. And so they said okay. They withdrew, and we had to fight about it over it again a couple years later. But for the first time in human history, an entire country was founded on the ideas of self-governance and individual liberty, and I'm truly grateful for that, and because of that, that's why I love this country so much. I hate to see the shape that it's in, but I still am damn proud to live here, and I'm damn grateful that I have the chance to do so. That I'm able to live such a kind of an easy life, and I'm very thankful for it, and try not to forget that. So I hope you guys do the same. Be safe out there. Keep your digits. When in doubt, throw that goddamn thing, and don't let it blow up in your hand. Sometimes that's. And just remember, if it doesn't blow up, don't pick it up. It's probably still going to blow up. So, anyhow, be safe. Celebrate America. Go ahead and pump some Lee Greenwood. I'm proud to be an American. Where we stand new and free. And grill some burgers, grill some dogs. I've got a brisket on the smoker right now, and it is going to be fucking fantastic. So, cheers to everybody. God bless America. Say a little prayer for our troops that are stationed overseas. There's like 300,000 of them over in Europe right now, which is not a good sign. But y'all stay safe out there. I do appreciate, as much as I talk shit about the military-industrial complex, I really, hats off to anybody who has that has served this country militarily. I come from a military family, my biological family, anyways, and so I feel a deep kinship with you folks, and so you guys stay safe. Sucks that you're away from your families on a really fun holiday, really important holiday, but I appreciate anybody who takes that oath to stand up for what they think is right, whether what they get used for right or not. That's a story for a different time. But I appreciate the hell out of anybody who makes that sacrifice. And cheers. Drink a few beers, stay safe, and celebrate this glorious goddamn country that we live in. From the really unfortunate state of California all the way to the really unfortunate state of New York, and all the beautiful people in between. Happy Independence Day. Fuck Great Britain. And for the rest of the world at this point, fuck you too. This is our day. Y'all can eat a bag of dicks because America's better than you. And we know it, and you know it. And if that sounds arrogant, it probably is. But nobody's disproved it yet. So anyway, cheers. God bless America. And move your ass. We're burning daylight.
Rise up in the morning beneath the stars so bright. Pull your hat down, make sure your cinch is tight. Horses kinda snuffy, cold chill up your spine. You'll get your ass moving, son, we're burning daylight. Burning daylight. Burning daylight. In the saddle till the job make sure you sit up tall. I can see the horizon, it's looking pretty bright. Well, get your ass moving, son, we're burning daylight.